Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Friday, December 10, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. New York Knicks vs Toronto Raptors. The bright spots have been few and far between for New York, who have lost 4 of their last games. The Knicks rank 25th in pace through their first 23 games of the season. It is not surprising, considering the style coach Tom Thibodeau likes to employ for his squads. With Kemba Walker banished from the rotation, Alec Burks has been thrust into a starting role. The 10th-year veteran is averaging 11.3 points on 41.7% shooting. Leave it to the Raptors to continue to fall flat on their face on their home floor. After putting together consecutive wins over the Washington Wizards and Milwaukee Bucks, they dropped a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder at home on Wednesday. Yeah, I'll let you try to make sense of that one. Before those initial 2 wins, the Raptors were riding a 5-game losing streak in their home building. They haven't shot the ball well regardless of the venue, but things have been even worse at the Scotiabank Arena, with the team averaging a sad 43.6% shooting. As a team, Toronto is averaging a lackluster 104.8 points per game, ranked 23rd in the NBA. They are shooting a woeful 43.5% from the field, while routinely getting killed on the glass. They have not fallen too far behind in the Eastern Conference, but they need to get things going with Chicago, Washington, and Charlotte improving their squads immensely from last year. Our first betting advice is to pick New York Knicks to cover the spread. Toronto is now 4-9 at the Scotiabank Arena this season, with a desperate Knicks team coming to visit on Friday night. But the injury bug is biting hard for a Raptors team already playing without Aga Anunoby and Khem Birch. Their second-year forward, Precious Achiuwa, is also questionable with a shoulder injury. That could leave Pascal Siakam on an island and trying to defend Julius Randle and a driving RJ Barrett in the paint. Our second betting advice is to pick under. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Detroit Pistons vs New Orleans Pelicans. Kelly Olynyk is a guy who can score, but he's been out for about a month and he won't be back until late December. As a team that's 29th in points per game, averaging 99.8 points per game. They are coming off a tough loss on Wednesday to the Wizards, who beat them 119-116 in overtime. And they lost on a 3-pointer at the buzzer by Kyle Kuzma. This Pistons team is not good, but they play hard and at some point, the wins will come, but it will take a while. Grant led the Pistons with 28 points, while Cunningham added 21 points. It is hard to consider a team winning a game who has lost 10 in a row. The Pistons are finding ways to lose games. While falling to Washington by just 3 in their last contest, this team has lost by 10 points or more in 5 of the last 7 games. They are simply not competitive now, and the shooting is obviously an issue, as this team is one of just 3 in the NBA, averaging less than 100 points per game. The New Orleans Pelicans looked like they were starting to right the ship, winning 4 of 6 games, but then they have lost their last 2 games and have dropped to 7-20. They have the worst record in the Western Conference. They are coming off a 120-114 overtime loss to the Denver Nuggets. In the loss, the Pelicans shot 52% and out-rebounded Denver 46-33. But they were destroyed at the charity stripe as Denver made 21 of 27 and New Orleans made just 9 of 12. The Pelicans also turned it over a ridiculous 22 times. Our first betting advice is to pick New Orleans Pelicans minus 5.5. New Orleans is 27th in points per game at 103.7 and 24th in points allowed at 110.4. They are 26th in field goal percentage at 43.2% and 20th in three-point shooting at 33.8%. This is a very good Pelicans team at the line, hitting 80.9% of free throws, 4th overall. They are 4th in offensive rebounds, 12.3, and 8th in total rebounds, 46.0. Our second betting advice is to pick under 212. Milwaukee Bucks vs Houston Rockets. Milwaukee is averaging 110.3 points per game. They scored 104 points in their last game, making 42.4% of their field goals and 30.8% of their three-pointers. Jrue Holiday led the way for Milwaukee with 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Chris Middleton finished with 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, while Bobby Portis had 18 points and 7 rebounds. Milwaukee has played well defensively, giving up 106.6 points per game. They gave up 113 points in their last game and will need to do a better job if they want to win this game. The Houston Rockets are playing their best basketball of the season with 7 straight wins, covering the spread in 6 of those games. Milwaukee has won 4 of its last 5 games, but they have also only covered the spread in 1 of those 5 contests. Houston is averaging 105.5 points per game. They scored 114 points in their last game, making 49.4% of their field goals and 34.1% of their three-pointers. Eric Gordon led the way for Houston with 21 points and 2 rebounds. Garrison Matthews finished with 19 points and 3 steals, while Josh Christopher added 18 points and 2 rebounds. Houston has struggled defensively, giving up 111.5 points per game. They gave up 104 points in their last game and will need a similar effort if they want to get the win. Our first betting advice is to pick Houston Rockets +8. Wednesday the Rockets won their 7th straight game overall and 6th straight home game with a 114-104 victory over the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Durant did not play on Wednesday, but James Harden did, and it still was another good win for a young team that was a 3.5-point dog coming in. Houston outshot Brooklyn 49.4% to 39.3% from the field and 34.1% to 24.2% from 3. The Rockets got a good collective effort, led by Eric Gordon with 21 points and Christian Wood with 12 points and 15 rebounds. Kevin Porter Jr., who is averaging 12.8 points and 5.8 assists per game, has missed the last 2 Houston wins and will not play on Friday either due to a left eye contusion. Our second betting advice is to pick over 225.